So we're on to our next card using the lovely Feels Like Frost DSP. We had this one last year, and the lead photo in this video was a compilation of cards using a slightly different layout but the same DSP. Decided to use it again because it works really well for a different look at Christmas, and I've decided we use the bells again. Once again, it's easy. It's a die cut, so I can provide it in your kits. You might see I've actually stamped on the DSP the greeting here. You'll be able to do that on yours. That's one of the advantages of this. The other reason I chose this DSP was because I thought at a push it could look like our summer, beautiful flowers in the summer. I've used this this sort of meshy ribbon, which is out of one of the other suites, and I've used a little bit of twine, which is actually blue and white. You'll blue, white and silver, and you'll see, but I pulled the blue thread out of it. So that's our finished card. I did do the video earlier about how I've embossed using the new cut and emboss machine and how I die cut. So now I'll show you your kit. I'm just going to do this and hope nothing moves too much. So in your kit you've got an embossed card base, and I've used the seabed embossing folder. You've got the ribbon, which I'm trying to find out what it's called. Here we go. It's just metallic mesh ribbon. Here we go. And I've got all the directions in your tutorial. The ribbon is from the, this one is from a medley pack, which was the flowers for every season. We're going to pull this blue thread out. And what I've done is I've repositioned the die cuts back in this silver foil, and because I wanted to show you why I actually did it this way. And there's a bit of DSP. Now in your kits I've provided another half sheet of the DSP. It won't be this one, it'll be one of the others, but they've all got beautiful white with silver foiling accents on the other side. So you'll be able to either use the other sheet for another card similar, or you can use this for something else, for trims on the other card. So why I did this is we've got this beautiful piece of silver foil, but most of it's going to be covered. So I didn't want to waste it, and so therefore this is another trick for you. You can get your other pieces out. Now I've left the leaves in. They will pop out straight away. I have chosen not to use the additional little leaves in here on my card, and I haven't used the little band this time. This one doesn't have any pop out bits. This one does. They'll just pop out straight away, and I can choose to leave the dots in or not. I'll probably take them out, mainly because I want the shadow that they will cast on to come through the DSP. You can just use your take your pick tool to get those other little teeny bits out. So the first part of this card design is you will actually stamp your greeting on the bottom of your DSP. I used Blackberry Bliss, and I used the Merry Christmas greeting out of the Cherish the Season stamp set, which is under here somewhere. Yep, here it is. So I've used this Merry Christmas. I did prepare one of those earlier. Oh look, magic. Here we go. And I've already got its backs off, but I've just noticed something. This one was a little bit shorter, so let's have a look. I think it'll still be okay. I'll get by with it, because that was one I'd made earlier. Now you've got this thread, and what I did with this is I actually just tied an overhand bow. I thought I might show you how I did this. I've tied an overhand knot to begin with. I'm just got to get it, maybe if I get it in the middle. No, not an overhand, a bow. And I've wrapped the ends around the DSP. It is fiddly. It helps if you don't shake, obviously. I've had antihistamine. It should be making me shake, but who knows? Who knows? So I just want a little pretty little bit of bow. It's too long for you. You'll have heaps left over. Obviously, you can decide to do your card however you would like to do it. But this is what I thought I would do on mine. And goodness gracious me, and since I'm going to use this other piece that I have prepared earlier, I've already got the thing on the adhesive on the back, so I'm going to pop that on the middle, turn this over. I sort of scrunch my edges up a bit, I reckon, and tack them over. Now you might want to grab your bit of tape and pop it back over the top so it doesn't stick to whatever you've got underneath. And I do sort of vaguely want it to be centered. It's got that. As I said, you've got heaps. I'm not too fussed that it's a bit, it's got a bit of, whoops-a-days. Oh, that came off, didn't it? Here we go, shove that back on top, and that one. All right, so, and then, oh, that's like that for, it's a bit mangled. There we go, there. All right, I'm going to show you what to do with this so you can get started. So you're just going to, yes, you've got it. I'm grabbing the blue thread, and I'm grabbing the two, I've got the blue thread in my, let me see, right hand. These are in my left, and I'm just sliding that down. Here we go. And then, because on this particular DSP, I don't have any blue in it. Some of the DSPs in this one, you have got a blue that'll work. And I'm just going to make a little bit of a twist, something a bit different. And I want that about there. I just want to add an extra dimension to it. And I will use my glue dots for this. And I'll show you how I did this. So I just basically shoved it on top of the glue dot. Do a bit of fiddling around. I could pick it up with my I've got a thing. Pick it up with the pick tool, or I could use a pair of tweezers. This will work. And I'll pop that underneath. I just wanted to get a bit of extra white in there because it basically it'll make the silver stand out a bit more. Now that probably needs tacking down, so I'll use another glue dot under here. There we go. And that's got that. And I just wanted it to look pretty like that. This one here, remember I've said before, you just need to be really quite careful with your foil that you don't mark it with glue. That's got a bit of something on it. So I would just use, for this I would use tape rather than Tombow because it'll mark this if it gets on it. Adhesive scissors, here we go. I don't want to use my good scissors for this. Very, once again, this is a relatively quick card to put together for you. You don't need that. But it's, and sometimes at Christmas time, that's what you want to do. You want to mass produce a few Christmas cards, and the DSP is so pretty. There's lots of different designs in this pack that you could use for this, this particular card design. Lots of different pages. So, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to peel that off now. So I'll get this one done. I usually start with the top. I leave the other three sides attached. It doesn't want to come away. It does now. Just tuck that back a bit. A bit hard. I can't really see what I'm doing here, so it's all a bit of a challenge. Here we go. That's that down. Sort of vaguely straight. It'll do for a sample. And you'll see the magic of how these baubles sit on it, or the bells sit on it. I don't know how straight it is. There we are. That's sort of got it. Okay, so not too tricky at all. You're going to lay that up the same way on the card. You might need to just make sure your ends are actually straight. That looks pretty much okay. And if you're going to do this, you just need to be pretty light-handed on it because otherwise it'll flatten your embossing. I'll do exactly the same thing to lay this up. Okay, so the battery decided it would tell me it was low, so I'm back to where I was before. I've laid up the front on top of the card, and I've got my remaining pieces to go. So I've got my bells to go, and this is going to be relatively simple to put together. I'll show you my finished card. I think that's in view. Okay, so I'm going to use just a small amount of pressure with my bone folder to round off my bells. I actually want that to be a little tiny, have a bit of a bend in it, so it'll sit on the card. And I've already worked out I would like that one about there. And this one, it's quite a small bell, but you'll be able to get some curving in it. And I'll do the same sort of thing with the bell. Now I found the easiest way to attach the ends of these bells is with a glue dot, and just pop a little bit of dimensionals underneath. And I'll do the same with this one. So I'll just grab those dimensionals so you can see what I'm doing here. I think the other good thing with this DSP is that you've got the shadow coming through here, which means that you don't have to fuss too much with these bits. That's part of the design to get that happening. So I'll do this one first. Oh, I want the little ones. Where are my little ones? Oh, there they are. Here we go. I could use the big ones, but I think I'm going to be preferring the little ones at the moment. Oh, actually, little one. I'll put a little one here and here. And I will use a big one down the bottom because that'll work quite well. Only want one, not two. There we go. So that'll do for that. And in this one, the foil is quite thick, so you don't need many. I think I'll probably just put one there and a little one here. And then I will use my glue dot. And I probably, I want to make sure you can see me. I'm going to bend that over in half. I'm going to put that just here. That'll tack that down okay. And on this one, probably about the same. You don't really need much at all. There we go. That'll squish in there. You don't want it overflowing. There we go. Ooh, I'm stuck. All right, so I'll get the backs off these and pop this on, and we're nearly done. Unfortunately, taking the backs off tends to distort your folding a bit, so you might almost need to use your fingers a bit to get that on. I sort of want that tacked under there so it looks like it's coming from the bow, so that'll do me for that one. And this one is just to be below that. And once again, you might need to use your fingers to re-bend that a little bit. Oh, sticky. So it's just leading your eye down to your greeting. And I have stamped the inside and decorated the inside. That's going to sort of sit a bit squishier like that. And then on the inside, I remember we had the other two pieces that I die cut for you. So I've just used those on the inside. I used Blackberry Bliss to stamp my main greeting. This is all from the Cherish the Season bundle. And I used the little leaves, foliage, in what did I use? In Highland Heather, but I have stamped it off so it's a bit paler. And there's still plenty of room for you to write your greeting. So that's this card done. So we're now done for the kits for this week. So enjoy your crafting. Have a great time. And we'll talk to you soon. Bye.